What is going on, everyone? Steve O Supremo here, and I am just another game collector. And as you're seeing here in front of you, we got some Resident Evil light gun games laid out in front. Why is that? Well, there was a cool announcement from a notification that I was given to on my phone this morning about a new kind of light gun game coming out for Resident Evil. So we'll get into that. So thank you guys for tuning into the video. And first and foremost, apologies. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube. I don't know if I said this in the last video or not, but I'm not getting any notifications anymore. Like if I'm getting comments, if I'm getting anything on my YouTube channel, I don't get emails for it or anything. So if I'm delayed in getting to responses on your comments, I apologize. I do not know what is going on with that. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just not getting any type of notifications anymore. Secondly, I'm still trying to figure out this new phone, and I noticed from the first video, like the screen looks really bright right now. I don't have like any light on hardly at all, and everything still looks bright. So I don't know what type of settings I need to go in to mess with my phone to kind of make it look more darker in these videos, what it actually is, because the colors just look kind of washed in white right now. Or maybe that's something I got to do in post. I hope not. So just going to take some time to get acclimated to this camera too. So forgive me for any kind of bright looking videos there too. But with that out the way, let's get into the topic. New Resident Evil game. So I woke up this morning and on my phone, one of my recommended articles was a article from IGN, I guess, that they posted on the 22nd, talking about a game called Resident Evil 2 Deadshot. It's a new light gun entry into the series, and it had some footage over at this setup. It looked like an arcade setup, but it's kind of like a demo unit right now. It's only in its early stages. They only have about 2 stages that were playable. What looked to be, I think it was 5 or 7 stages of the game that you could actually eventually play through. It might be a story mode, and there could be even more after that, but it looks like it follows the story of Resident Evil 2, just in light gun format. And the graphics, it got me really excited, because you guys know I'm on like a light gun shooter kick this year. I'm just wanting to get a whole bunch for the collection and play them, and I really enjoy playing light gun shooters. But the visuals on this thing just looked incredible. We haven't seen a light gun shooter yet, to my knowledge, with visuals set up to this standard yet, and it just looked really cool. And they did a really great job, especially with the Wii entries for the light gun games. And I'm just like itching to see like, how is this thing going to even come out here to the West? What are we going to get? It could be some cool little adaptation where maybe you even get a light gun again, like the old days. They ship out this big box collection. You can play it on your PlayStation 5 or whatever. The Switch 2, maybe they'll just incorporate the Joy-Cons into it. I don't know. There's so many ways for them to do it. Or they could cheap out and just yeah, there will be no gun attachment. But how would you play it then with just a controller? It would be weird. So you'd have to have something. Which then makes me start to think, will they just bring it over in VR? I know a lot of people have their ups and downs with VR. I really enjoy and love virtual reality gaming. The MetaQuest 3 was an awesome headset for it. And I could see myself loving playing some Resident Evil 2 Deadshot on VR. So it'll be interesting to see how they bring it over here, if they bring it over here and when, or if it'll just be an arcade exclusive. I think anything Resident Evil like that can sell for some big money. So if they have a way to incorporate it to bring it to our home consoles, it would be for the benefit of Capcom to do so. Because I think a lot of people would enjoy it. And light gun shooters these days are just kind of like a dying breed. Like I said, it was more of an arcade thing from back in the day. The Wii was a pretty good system for giving us and incorporating some light gun shooters on it. But it's like been something of the past, because now that we have virtual reality and all that stuff, you really just don't see it anymore unless it's in VR. And VR is a great way to experience those type of first-person shooter games, light gun games, but a lot of people still haven't grasped on wanting to even get involved with VR. They're still kind of up and down about it. People still get motion sickness and stuff with it. So the barrier for entry for people just still is, even though the MetaQuest 3, I think, does a great job at like breaking the barrier for entry to just like, hey, here's a headset and you can get great quality gaming on it. People still don't want to dive into it, especially when it's still like $500 to get one of those things new. But it would be really cool to possibly experience that. But I ultimately would love to see some type of sort of box set like they did the Killzone 3. Like you had the big old move set with it, you had the gun, it came with the game. That would be really neat if they could incorporate something like that for Resident Evil 2 Deadshot. Give us a signature weapon in it that we could use as the light gun. It would just be sick. I mean, that's just a Resident Evil fanboy and me talking, wishing that would happen, but I really do enjoy the games. Matter of fact, Resident Evil Dead Aim was a game I used to speed run. I would try to get really good at it, finish it as fast as I could. For the longest time, I think I was in the top 10 on the leaderboards for it, but I've probably fallen off to this point because I haven't worked on my times in a few years, and I've yet to even play this with the GunCon. I would use a controller to play it, so I just don't have the PS2 GunCon and can never find it out in the wild, or when I go to conventions, no one ever has it, so I don't want to purchase that online and then have issues with it. It'd be one I'd like to get in person to test out and stuff. So, but I still enjoy Dead Aim just using the controller. And then of course, Umbrella Chronicles and Dark Side Chronicles are just really awesome entries, and they could be pretty tough too. Like they're not a walk in the park. So, and if House of the Dead showed us anything, they brought back some remakes and stuff on the Nintendo Switch as well. So I'm surprised they haven't remade the Chronicle series yet for the Switch, or the Switch 2. Maybe that's something in the future. I could see Capcom probably doing that, giving some boosted visuals and stuff on these things. Like, bring it on. Bring back the light gun games. I can't be the only one who wants to dive into these things. And just seeing that footage of Resident Evil 2 Deadshot, just, man, it gets me excited. Like, it would be awesome to own like an arcade machine like that in my house. Unfortunately, probably never happen, but a man can dream. And if I can't own the whole arcade unit, it'd be awesome to at least have the game in my home to play some sort of fashion. So what do you guys think? Some new Resident Evil light gun games in the future? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll catch you in the next one.